Hey guys, what's up? It looks like we have 4 viewers on right now. It may be a small party. I am getting started a bit early, so I'm gonna allow some time to chat, kind of fill in some time, allow more people to jump on this webinar here. Thank you all so much for joining me on your beautiful Friday afternoon. At least I hope it's beautiful. While we have some time to wait, please chat in the chat box and let me know. Where are you from? Do you have any questions about the software, anything like that? And then in about a minute or two, we'll start getting into the software into the training webinar presentation. Again, as y'all know, it does conclude with the software, but we are going to get into some training stuff as well. All right, looks like we have 8 viewers on right now, so we're going to get started here at 1:01. It is currently 1 o'clock my time. Again, I would love to see you say something in the chat box. If you want to say something in the chat box, but you're on the website right now, you can just click on, I believe, let me just double check that. I'm going to check that for y'all. If you're on the website, you can right click. You can right click and click copy video URL, and then you can actually open up a new tab and enter it, and it will bring you to the YouTube site, and then from there you should be able to use the live chat, so that works there as well. Sorry about not having the chat box integrated for the site, but anyways, if you want to use the chat box, it's just going to be very, very simple. You just go to you right click on the video on the site, and you put that in a new URL, and then it'll bring you to the YouTube site. If you don't want to comment, that's fine. You can watch me just from here as well. All right, guys, we're going to jump into it right now. It looks like we only have 14 people live. That's fine. We're going to make it a great party of 14. So let's just jump into it right now. If you have any questions, again, just leave them in the chat box. The moment has finally arrived. Julian says, I just want to read this just so that I know that comments are coming through. When you have a moment, could you go over the role of the trending band indicator on TradingView? Yes, that will be covered at the end. We'll do an in-depth little Q&A. I just wanted to quickly get into training first, and then we'll do that. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Glad that we're seeing people here and commenting. Let's just jump into the training right now. All right, guys, so this is over how to find quality stocks, know exactly where to buy, sell, take profit, and get real-time alerts. All right, so are you struggling to make money in the stock market? Are you trying to find a more reliable investing and trading strategy? Are you tired of watching the screen 24/7 and feeling overwhelmed? I guarantee you are having a hard time because of one of these 3 reasons. 1, you don't know what stocks to buy. 2, you don't know where to buy the stocks. And 3, your system isn't automated. If you related to any of these reasons that I just mentioned, then you're in luck. In today's training, I'll be teaching you exactly how to solve all those problems using a secret trend following system. But most of y'all know that already, so let's just get straight into it. The quick story here is when I started in the stock market over 4 years ago, I almost blew up my account multiple times. It was very it was terrible, and I was on an emotional roller coaster every single day. My happiness was tied to how much money I made or lost that day. I was struggling because I wanted to gain my parents' and friends' approval, like most of us, right? I wanted to be a successful person who people could look up to, but deep down I felt like a failure because I was constantly losing money. One day it all changed and I discovered trend following. I'll explain this more later, and that's when everything changed. I went from struggling to find stocks to finding high quality stocks in minutes. I also went from struggling to make money to consistently making 25% a year without second guessing or worrying. Not only that, I figured out a way to automate it so I could live a life without having to watch stocks 24/7. Anyways, I'm not big into wasting time, as many of y'all know, so let's just jump straight into the training. I created a method called trend investing, which I'll cover in a moment. This idea came from turtle traders. So if you don't know who turtle traders are, it's this really cool group of traders that was brought together by Richard Dennis. And what happened was Richard Dennis was this elite commodities and futures trader, and he was basically crushing the market. He was doing amazing. And one of his friends said, you know what, Dennis, I really don't think this is for the everyday person. I think you have to have a specific skill set. I think you have to be analytically minded and all these these different types of criteria. And Dennis said, you know, I think you're wrong. I think if I teach people a simple trend following approach, which is what the turtle traders were doing, then anybody can make money. So what he did is he put this ad out that you see right here on the screen, and it basically said, I am accepting any applicants who want to become stock traders. No stock experience required. Most of the people that he ended up hiring had no stock experience before doing this, and within a year they were all making like 200% returns in a year, and they became known as the turtle traders, legendary, have books written about them. And if you tell someone in the financial sector about a turtle trader, they know who that is, because that's how big and well known they became. And they weren't just some smart people. They were everyday common people who were just taught simple rules, and that's how it worked. And that's why I love what we're doing here with this type of approach. So again, you can see here that this is the article from Wall Street Journal, as well as the book that we have written about them. There's 2 other books written about them too. That is definitely worth the read. But again, you can see here that their returns month to month were insane. 45% return, 46, 42, 38, 40, and 41. Like, those are some crazy returns, and something that I would personally love to achieve as well. Trend following did work a lot better back then because it was unknown. It still works amazing today, but we can't get those 45% returns, but we can get around that in a year, so that's awesome. All right, so the trading firms around the world who still use trend following are all these. There are a lot of commodity trading firms that do all this still. And according to Hedge Fund Weekly, or Hedge Fund Week, trend following hedge fund strategies have generated positive headlines in the recent weeks, generating strong returns for investors during their unprecedented market turmoil. This is back, they wrote it in, I think it was April or May of this year, again, with the pandemic. And it said, despite this market turmoil, by locking onto several sharp moves in the commodities and currencies, by comparison, hedge fund managers running other strategies, which means non-trend following strategies, suffered sharp reversals. So what they were saying is hedge funds that are using trend following strategies, even in today's market, are out beating other hedge funds. So my goal for you today is this: to know that the only way to consistently profit from the market is through trend following. You need to follow the trend, and that can work for long-term investors and short-term people alike. The only way to successfully trend follow is by using the trending band indicator. All right, guys, so as you know, you're already here, you know how this works. We're going to get into some training, and so you just want to make sure that all your distractions are gone and put away. So let's just go with it. All right, so most of y'all know who I am already. I'm Austin. I have 190,000 followers on Instagram, and I'm a little prideful in the sense that I said I created the best stock market software on the planet, but we'll get into that later. Mentored over 500 traders and investors, and 10 of my students have become full-time traders and investors. So again, that's the general highlight. I've had a few articles written about me and some other cool things like that. But what I think is more important is I have a mission statement that I stick by and I love: to help everyone take control of their financial future by learning to invest and trade. That is the mission statement that I operate under and that I do with my whole life. That's why I love helping people. I provide a lot of free education, and why you're probably on this webinar today. So recent top call outs from the trending band system that we created is plug up 162%, workhorse up 260%, and we caught the dip buy in March of 2020, and it netted these amazing returns, around a total return of all the stocks of 804% on that dip. So that's amazing, and it's all by using a system, not by guessing. So let's get straight into the secrets you want to learn. Are you ready to learn the easy way to trend follow, or the easy way, which is trend following? Just to make sure y'all are still staying tuned, I'm going to wait and see if y'all comment that you're excited to learn about trend following. I'm sure a lot of you know about it already, but we're going to get into it a bit more here, and I'm excited to do that as well. Let's see, watching the comments here. Seeing if we can get people to say they're excited. It looks like we do have 20 people on, so that's awesome. We're just going to wait here. So I'm just reading through the comments here. Looking forward to see what you have to say about trend following. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. I will get to all the questions at the end, and then we'll go from there. I see you all have a lot of questions, but let's just get started, and I'll go through this training fast so that we can get to your questions. All right, so again, I have to say results are not typical. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. I'm not a registered financial advisor, blah, 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 blah. The 3 secrets of trend following. Secret number 1, the number 1 reason you aren't making money is your strategy. That is true. You don't have to hire a stock expert or mentor to be successful. That's something I thought at the beginning. And then secret number 3, you don't have to become a world-class stock expert or rely on yourself to become a good system. So let's go into secret number 1. The number 1 reason why you aren't making money is your strategy. So the questions this will answer is exactly the strategy that I use. If you're curious about how to start, when to buy and sell stocks, how to make money, stop feeling overwhelmed, and reading charts for great buys. So let's jump into it right now. Trend investing is known as trend following. It's kind of the term that I gave it. Trend following was used by the turtle traders, as we discussed, to generate astronomical returns from the market consistently. Trend following is buying when the stock is going up and selling before the stock goes down. Even though it originated back in the 1800s, it's still being used by numerous hedge funds today, as we discussed. The only difference between you and those hedge funds is the strategy you use. The difference between you and the people who make money, Warren Buffett, Peter Lynch, all these people, the only difference between you and them is the strategy. If you have the same strategy they have, then you'll be making the same results. All right, so once you implement trend following, aka what I'm teaching in today's training, then you can start to achieve the same results. However, hedge funds make trend following complicated. If you don't know who this is, it's just Jim Simons. He runs one of the top quant funds in the world. He only hires people with a PhD, and they do a lot of quant stuff. But it doesn't have to be that hard. Like, it really does not have to be that hard. Again, they make over 100% returns a year. So if I can get half of that, I'll be fine. But don't worry, I found a simple way to do it that still generates amazing returns safely, and I'll explain how that works here. So the old way of investing and trading before trend following was this: looking at so many stocks, being overwhelmed, not knowing whether to buy, not knowing whether to sell, just looking at all these stocks and just kind of having to guess which stock was the best stock for the day, having to guess where the best time to buy and where the best time to sell was. And really, it resulted in me just trying to pull my hair out because I was so tired of what was going on. So my old morning routine was this, and it may look like this for some of y'all as well. 6:30 a.m. wake up, 6:45 read through the news, 7 a.m. check on my stocks and find new ones, 7:30 make a plan for the day, 8 a.m. adjust plan as stocks move, 8:30 market open, hope I was right, hope the plan that I made was right, and then 8:30 to market close, watch all my stocks like a hawk because I am scared that my stocks are going to go against me and I'm going to lose a lot of money. So this is basically how it ended up after a month of that. I was just, by the time that market opened, about 2 hours after, I was just so frustrated, so tired, so emotionally drained that there was really nothing else that I could do for the day. So again, the results with this old way system was nearly blowing up my account, being tired all the time because of constantly watching stock charts and waking up early, burning out because I was tired of guessing and not knowing the direction for sure. So the new way, here's my new morning routine: 8 a.m. wake up. Again, this morning was a bit sooner because we did have the software launch. 8:15 make tea, 8:30 market open and adjust stops. That only takes about 5 minutes. And then 8:30 to market close. I'm not doing anything because I don't need to. I get alerts set up based on the trend following system so that I don't have to constantly watch the market and get drained, but I get alerts when I need to do something. So the results with this new system is I now make 25% plus every single year in half the time with little to no stress. I'm buying home run stocks before they explode. No more doubting myself because I know exactly where to buy and sell. So how did I discover the system? You're gonna be like, okay, Austin, that's so cool, but like, how did you, some 20-year-old, get this system? Okay, so it took a lot of combination of factors, and it started here. One with the turtle traders, and two with a podcast that I listened to called the Chat with Traders podcast, and it mentioned a quote from Jesse Livermore, which he said, "Successful traders always follow the line of least resistance. Follow the trend. The trend is your friend." And again, that works the same way in engineering and life. Wherever you're at, you're not going to intentionally choose the hardest path to go down. You're going to choose the easiest path. And that's what trend following is. It's choosing the easier path. It's seeing which way the momentum and the stock pressure is going and going with it, because that is the best way to go. It's like seeing a charging bull, and instead of running with it, it's running into it. And that's how you get killed in the market. And as I started to realize that and look through my past trades, I realized every time when I was losing money, it was because I was trying to fight the trend. So who is Jesse Livermore? You'd be like, who is this guy? Why should we care about his quote? He turned 25,000 into 2 million in a couple of years during the 1950s, wrote a trading book that is still referenced today called The Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. You can actually find this on YouTube. A really great book, talks about the psychology of everything going on. And all he did was one simple thing that was revolutionary. He was basically one of the first charters. All he did was draw boxes around price action, and that's how he traded. And I'll show you that here in a second. So my stock experience, right? I realized this guy was legit. I started looking through all my past trades, and I found the reason I wasn't making money was because I wasn't following the trend. Here is how you can follow the trend in a simple way, right? The 200-day moving average. This line right here is calculated based on the last 200 days of prices, right? So it shows you the 200 pass average, and that's why it's called the 200-day moving average. And this is regarded by the financial sector as a whole as how to determine if a stock is in an uptrend or a downtrend, or bearish or bullish, flipping that. So if the stock is below the 200-day moving average, it is known by the market to be in a bearish state. If it is above the line, it is known to be in a bullish state. So that's kind of how that works there. But again, we kind of notice that, like, if we go back here, what we're seeing is that the stock fluctuates between this line. So like if you try to buy above it, but then it immediately goes back down and then back through, it's like this causes a lot of false breakouts, like where you buy and then immediately goes against you, and that's just terrible. So it's like there has to be a way to get rid of that. And so that's kind of when I took a bunch of ideas from a bunch of different people, podcasts, and things that I listened to, and we constructed this band. So the center of it is the 200-day moving average. Apologies, because that is the industry average. That is what people use. And then we do some math in the back end to calculate a band around it, so that when you get above the band, it's time to buy. When you go into it, it's time to hold or sell. And when it goes below, that stock is most likely going to crash. So that's kind of what we're seeing here. So how to use this band, right? When it gets above the green line, it's a buy. It means all the momentum, all the buying pressure is pushing towards an uptrend. The market is continuing higher, and the best time to buy is right there, and to follow this trend. If you're not following the trend up, then you're gonna lose money. It's like trying to short Tesla as it's going higher. It's in an uptrend. Don't fight it. You may not agree with it, but the trend is up. And then as you can see here, we can predict the next crashes when the S&P 500 or any stock gets below the red band. They tend to have those crashes. And so that's what we see there. And I'll show you how to dip by here in a second. Now, how to automate the strategy. You're like, okay, that's cool, but I don't have the time to watch these stocks every day. When you automate your system, you get your time and freedom back. You no longer need to sit in front of screens constantly watching your stocks. You can sit back and know you are making money with confidence. So again, you can add stop losses that get updated as you go on with the stock, and then you can set alerts using your platform. So you can go, if it gets above this price, send me an email, send me whatever. You can do that through TradingView, through TD Ameritrade, and almost every other platform except maybe Robinhood. But again, they're Robinhood, so who cares? So here is the back test, because if there's one place in the world where history always repeats itself, it's the stock market. So as you can see here, this is a test of the S&P 500 over the past 11 years, just because that's what I could fit on the chart here. We had a 350% return, so that's about a 30% return on average every year. Again, plug up 162, workhorse up to 60, and all these stocks here up more, and being able to catch the dip buy right here. And I'll explain that more in a second. So again, just to prove that we caught the dip buy here, here is a little note here where back in January, February, see, I can't do that. February 28, 2020, we said, okay, we're going to lock in profit here on SSO, and we're going to take a short entry in SDS, which is the reverse of it. And so we went short on that, and that's how we did it. So don't just take my word for it. Here's Vags, a student of mine who using the same system. He says, a return of 11.6% with your trend strategy. Thanks for teaching us. Most people are scammers these days. You're the real one, though. This student is up $900 from Google, 29% from Tesla, and this is all about following the trend. Okay, this student has all his stocks in the green because he's using a system that works, and this student is up 30% in a month as he's demoing it and testing out the strategy. This student right here is up 30% right now. I do know that he actually this student is awesome. His name is Dennis, and he doubled his account in 4 months using the strategy, and it's literally insane. And he's one of the best day traders with this strategy that I've ever seen. So the trending band works bad. I don't like to cuss, so you can just read that there. With the ticker symbol VIX, absolutely took the guessing out of my trading. That's awesome to hear. This student said, loving Shopify and Microsoft right now, learning so much from the trending band. Okay, he's like, okay, Austin, this works. How is it ethical, legal? How does everyone not know about this? So let me get into that right now. Some of the top questions about this is, why doesn't everyone do this? Isn't your indicator just a Bollinger Band? And that's a really good question. Why don't you pay more attention to the fundamentals? So let's get into question number one right now. Why doesn't everyone do this? Trend following is very well hidden from the public because it's one of the main money makers for hedge funds, for commodity trading firms, and other elite financial people. So they keep it a secret. Sadly, and I say sadly, I discovered it because I like sharing things. I'm about openness. And so I was like, guys, look, this works. This system works. Let's use it. And so that's why I'm really excited and calling it the best stock market software ever, because it's like bringing a hedge fund level strategy down to the everyday man. So anyways, question number two is, isn't your indicator just a Bollinger Band? So for those who don't know what a Bollinger Band is, it shows volatility on the stock. So you can kind of show it, and it shows the historical ranges. Now, the difference between my band and the Bollinger Band is that mine is using historical volatility, which the Bollinger Band does not, and it does math in a different way. It's the same kind of system, but in a different way, and different enough to get it a 2 times better return. I backtested it against Bollinger Bands, and the trending band produced 2 times, if not better, results than the Bollinger Band almost every single time. So it does work better, and it is different. Question number 3, why don't you pay more attention to the fundamentals? Trading fundamentals, or buying purely on news, buying purely on what the company is doing, puts you in a herd mindset, and nobody makes money doing trading exactly like the herd. Yes, even value investor Warren Buffett has a team of programmers who make algorithms for him. What I'm saying here is that the company and the stock are one, but if the stock is continuing to trend well, if the stock continues higher, the financials of the company are good. The financials of the company are solid. And so we see a high correlation between how well a stock trends, or how well it stays above the band, and how solid of a company that is. So there's no need for me to review the financials every single time when I know it trends well. So who does this work for? Buy and hold investors, dividend investors, swing traders, day traders, options traders, people in the U.S., people outside of the U.S., risk-averse people, me, risk lovers, some of my students like Dennis. And it works for many people in every location around the globe, regardless of your risk preference or time you have available. Now, you may be saying, Austin, how do I get the trending band indicator? This is awesome. I want to use this system. Or you may be saying, I don't like reading charts. I don't know how to read charts. Oh, ready? I don't know. Typo. I know how to read charts, but I want extra validation that I'm seeing things right? And so the Impeccable software is for you. The trending band system is embedded in the software. It is shown on the chart, and it does all the thinking and hard work for you. This means that you can know exactly where to buy and sell based on statistics and a proven hedge fund level strategy that has been working for decades. I actually was checking my Instagram DM earlier today because that's been going crazy, and I have people who signed up for the software, bought stocks this morning, and are already up on it. Not crazy, just like 1 or 2%, but still, that's amazing to see the results that they're getting. So again, this is your answer. But Austin, can I use this on any device? Still use the chart if I want it, and can I trust the software? Yes, I made sure that this software could look amazing, works fine on every device: phone, tablet, iPhone, Android, computer, laptop, smart TV, but believe it or not, it works. Can I still use the chart if I want? Yes, our platform does have its own chart. You can pull up all the chart features. You can have volume shown and all the cool stuff. Also, as I'll discuss later, if you choose the yearly plan, you also get to use it on TradingView. And I know someone here had that question, so we'll be getting into that more soon. And can I trust this software? Yes, I am using the software myself every single day. Guys, I used to take 2 hours to analyze every stock, but now I'm in the software and I'm using it every single day. So I can see when something's off, when something's wrong, and I'm making improvements daily to ensure that this software is accurate and giving you the best results. All right, guys, let me hear your feedback. Did you like secret number 1? Are we seeing some cool stuff? Please give me your feedback. I want to read through as I get a sip of water here. Wealth Counsel said, I am new. Please explain in detail. I don't know what he's specifically saying since I did cover a lot and I just saw this comment. So trend following is the system of buying low and selling high and measuring that trend and getting it at the right time. It works for investors, swing traders, whatever. Investors tend to use the dip buying aspect of the band to get in at the best time and all that. JT said that burn on Robinhood investors, though. Robinhood is just not a solid platform. There's so many better ones now that they all have gone commission free. Won't this system only work well with stocks that have been around a while? Correct. So in order for this to work, the stock has to have been on the market for at least 1 year for the trending band to do work on it and to run the stats on it. But outside of that, it works well. For instance, Lyft and Uber are 2 amazing examples of recent stocks zoomed to that have actually used the trending band and made over 100% returns, and those are new stocks. Also, my Robinhood account is up over 40% since inception. Bunch of haters. Again, that's fine. It's just they don't allow advanced features. What is the advantage of trend following versus someone who utilizes bull flag, bear flag, descending, etc.? Great question. You can actually use them together. For instance, there's a high correlation between the number of bull flags when it's above the band, and there's a high correlation between the number of bear flags when it's underneath the band. But the trend is much more prevalent. Those things that you're discussing there show changes when trend happens, but the trend is measured by the trending band. It's just easier to use because you don't have to guess, is this actually a flag or not? What is TradingView? and whatever else. So TradingView is a platform that allows for advanced stock charts. If you're on a computer right now, again, I'll cover more on to this later, but just type in tradingview.com and you'll see the advanced charts. Why is the watch list limited? Because it slows down speed, but we'll be improving that later, and whatever. Anyways, guys, let's just jump back into the training here and we'll finish it up. The other secrets are not as long, I promise. Okay. So who could help you with this outside of, if you want help? You could get financial advisors, stock analysts, or there's also cheaper alternatives. So let's discuss about that now. Financial advisors would charge you a $5,000 flat fee just to see them, and then $300 an hour. Don't believe me? Yes, that is the average rate according to nerdwallet.com. And what do they typically do when you meet with a financial advisor? You sit down with them. They assign you a risk profile based on your life goals and risk tolerance level. They offer you a selection of stocks that you should invest in with no real reason why. And then that's typically what they do, and they charge you a lot of money for it. But also something you have to be aware of that was actually included in Investopedia, so I had to quote it, is they said, make sure to ask your advisor why they recommended specific investments and whether they are receiving a commission for selling you those investments. Be alert for possible conflicts of interest. What is this quote saying here? It's saying that you can hire a financial advisor, but they may be making money off recommending you certain stocks. And in reality, that's really not the most ethical thing, right? They could just be pushing you to buy a stock because they make a 5% commission on it instead of it actually being a good stock that will help you in the future. So that's just something you have to be aware of with financial advisors. So how much do they make off you? Well, according to usnews.com, the average financial advisor fee is 1%, but again, that's if you have $1 million account. So if you have a smaller account, they're probably going to charge you more around 1.5 to 2%, regardless of if you made money or not. Anyway, so let's say you don't need the financial advisor because you're using the software. That means you get to keep that 1% fee that they are charging on you. So what is really the difference? How much does 1% really make in the long run, right? So let's say we're all starting with $1,000. We have 40 years to grow our money, and the average market return is a 10% return. Okay, so on this side here we have the 10% return, and on this side we have a 9% return because the financial advisor took 1% from you. So if you see here with the 10%, you end up with $45,000. If you see here with where the financial advisor took 1%, you end up with $31,000. That is a difference of $14,000 for 1% over the long run. So please understand that small percentages make a difference in the long run. All right. So now we discuss, okay, maybe financial analysts or financial advisors aren't the best people to help me. What about stock analysts? Well, according to NerdWallet, stock analysts are right 51% of the time. So we do get to give them a hand that they are right more than half of the time, but it's basically a 50-50 bet. So if you like flipping a coin on a stock, definitely go for stock analyst recommendations, but that's not something that I am willing to do with the money that I worked hard for, and I'm sure you feel the same. Anyways, we do have alternative options. There are websites where we can find people for free that are certified financial planners, etc. And I actually went through Upwork and I found some. Meet Michael S. He's an investment consultant who charges $250 an hour. Meet Christopher K. He's a CFA who charges $125 an hour. Meet Joseph O. I actually like his picture. He looks cool, and he's from San Antonio, Texas. So that's pretty cool since I'm in Texas too. But he charges $80 an hour. Guys, look, their pre-packaged projects start at $4,750. Just to sit down with you and help you plan your finances. Also, look, this person here, I believe this is Michael S. When I went through his job list, he's working with someone to help them build their portfolio. And guess what? He's charged them $7,500 for that. So what's your answer? You're probably saying, I want to make money and I want to pick the right stocks, but I don't have the money to hire people like that. I want to make the money, but I literally cannot spend that much money to find stocks or find people that can help me. Or if you're an investor who understands compound interest, you're probably saying, even if I have the money to hire someone like that, why would I waste my money instead of investing it, right? The 1% that they're taking from your account leads to $14,000 difference in the long run. So again, here's your answer. Same as stock secret number 1 is the Impeccable stock software. The software has a personalized portfolio creator built into the software for you. So all you do is you're literally doing exactly what you do when you sit down with a financial advisor. Remember the steps. You sit down with them, they assign you a risk profile, and then they give you a list of stocks that best fit you. Well, that's exactly what we do here too, but for literally a fraction of the price, right? And you can do it as many times as you want at no extra fee. So you just take a simple 10-question quiz. We assign you a risk profile score, and then we assign you stocks that have consistently beat the market based on your risk tolerance level. So what does this mean for you? This means no more paying $200 an hour for a personal stock recommendation. This means no more guessing if the stock you bought will actually make you money. And this means no more spending hours trying to find stocks for them to just lose your money. So, but how do I know these stocks perform well? Okay, Austin, you're confident. You're telling me this is cool. I can save money. How do I know the stocks that you're recommending to me are actually going to make me money? Okay, well, what we found here based on purely statistics is that stocks that stay above the 200-day moving average line more than 66% of the time outperform the market. So what we're seeing here is that we have compiled a list of stocks that have consistently over the long run beat the S&P 500 returns. And so literally just by holding on to those stocks, you are beating the market. And so that is something that I don't need to prove to you, because when you look at your list of stocks, click on that stock, look what it's done in the past, and you'll see that it has consistently beat the market. So again, that is the type of stocks that we provide you. So examples of buying the right stocks. Here's a student, Horace07, where he's literally making money on all his stocks. Again, that doesn't happen all the time, but when you have the right strategy and right system, it happens more time than those who are just more times out of the amount of people who don't know what they're doing. We also have here Dennis again making money on Walmart, SSO, and Microsoft. We have another student here up 27% on Microsoft. My student from England here, he said, I sold my shares in PayPal with a 31% profit, and this was during the pandemic, so that's freaking awesome. So, like my alerts during the past crash where we were able to pinpoint the dip buy on the S&P 500, resulting in these alerts here, or an 804% return, you can do the exact same. Whoops. All right, guys, that was the end of Stock Secret 2. Let me know any questions you had about that. I'll get a sip of water here and read those questions, and then we'll continue. We'll continue on to Stock Secret 3, and then answering your questions. How does shorting a stock work with your software? So when you have a stock on your watch list, you will automatically receive alerts when that stock becomes, for instance, a buy to a sell. And then we'll say, okay, this stock has a high chance of crashing right now. It's going to send you that email. And then if you would like to short it, you can. Nice. Okay. So essentially, the correlation between the trend and fundamental and patterns is the same. Correct. There is a high correlation, or a high chance that when a stock trends well, the fundamentals of the company are good as well, and that's what we stick with because it works. Is it possible to analyze stocks from the European exchange? If not, will you add them in the future? Yes, we can. Again, I'm not going to get into it too much right now because at the end is when we'll do the software Q&A. But yes, our software currently supports European exchanges like the London Stock Exchange, Euronext Paris, so many more. I'll get into that later. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. Can you use this for day trading indices as well? Yes, you can use this for day trading. It works. Like I said, Dennis, he uses the trending band strategy in day trading, and he's literally doubled his account in 4 months. But again, that's for people who love risk, but also you can't do it with the software because our software stays on long-term time frames, because our software right now is only built for investors and swing traders. Again, we're going to integrate day trading later. But if you want to day trade with this trending band on your chart, then definitely sign up for the yearly plan, because you get access to this indicator on the TradingView platform. All right, does it alert specifically when a dip buy or? Yes, it does. There are many scenarios that get alerted via email. It alerts you to buys, it alerts you to sells, it alerts you to crashes, and it alerts you to dip buys. So you get all those alerts sent to your email and notified in app. And yes, we do have text notifications coming soon. All right, I'm going to take the sip of water and we'll continue on to secret number 3 and then move on from there. Done. Here we go. Stock secret number 3, you do not have to become a world-class stock expert. If you are like me, when I first started in the market, I felt very overwhelmed because there were so many numbers, so many words to learn, and I was confused on where to start and how to actually make money. This is what I pictured an expert was, someone who just stared at screens all day and made money. Why being an expert actually sucks. You don't want to be an expert because they have to spend hours watching the charts, researching stocks, and experience an emotional roller coaster. A lot of them are alcoholics because it's just so stressful, and you don't want that stress as a normal everyday person, trust me. All right, so remember the old way. This is typically what an expert follows. The new way is, again, that I discussed in the first secret, where you have more time. That is the smart way. And trust me, you want to be smart. Smart experts follow a system that works. So whether that's a system that you made and love and I back tested, use that. That is what a smart expert does. If you don't want to create your own thing, you have the trending band indicator, which works as well. Smart experts find quality stocks that work for them, so they don't have to experience crazy emotions. Smart experts don't watch stocks all day because they know there's more to life, aka email alerts and the portfolio creator. All right, so how does it help you being a smart expert? Well, when I discovered that I wanted to, or I needed to be a smart expert to make money, I started to double the returns that I was typically making and spending less than 10 minutes a week watching the market. So that was like the aha moment. It is how my students are able to generate great returns compared to the S&P 500, and it's how you will start making money too. Sorry. Even though becoming a smart expert is the way to go, some people may ask, is it expensive? How much time does this take? Well, I personally charge $700 for my course that teaches you everything about the trending band strategy, and it gives you access to it and all that. And people have paid me. I have literally over 200 students in that program. So yes, people do pay me, and it takes about 10 hours to learn everything, and then like another 5 hours to ask me questions and get it solidified. So about 15 hours and $700. And you can see here another month or two to actually master it and implement it on your own. So it typically takes my students 2 months to learn how to find the best stocks, buy at the right time, and set up alerts. However, with the software, it literally does all this for you in minutes, if not seconds. So not only that, it costs less than $1 a day when you sign up today, but more on that later. Some people are very analytical or just like to understand what's going on. So you're in brilliant company, because that's me too. That's Netflix for stocks. So in this software, not only do we have the trending band, not only do we have the portfolio creator, but we also have a training series called Stock Flicks, consisting of a bunch of videos, training videos that can teach you everything you wanted to know about stocks. I am also in the progress of talking to leading industry experts to bring you videos for Stock Flicks just for you, so you can learn more about how and why stocks move, how to pick stocks, and more for those who want to know why and don't want to just rely on the software. So again, this is what you get. It's Stock Flicks, which is stocks plus Netflix, which is awesomeness. You also get a complete knowledge base, and I'm constantly updating this. So if you ever have a question, you literally just type it there, and I bet I have a video explaining it. So like how to buy a stock, that's there and explained, and everything else. But if all else fails, you still have something even more amazing, and this is awesome, especially for the price of the software. There's a team behind you. So you have me, and then I also have another support person there to support you. Most of the time you'll be getting me though. You also have a private community group chat with the software, where if you're an investor, you can talk that. If you're a swing trader, that, day trader, and everything in between. So that's really one of the coolest things ever, because in community is where things happen. And I think we've kind of discovered that, especially in 2020 with this lockdown, that we need community to better ourselves. And that's why we have one here. And it's a private one for software users only. So what's happening here? I know the market can be scary. Picking the right stocks can be hard, and constantly watching the market can be draining. Once you sign up for the Impeccable Investor software, I want to make it virtually impossible for you to fail. And so are you ready? Do you want to see a demo? But remember, it's not just alerts, guys. This is the portfolio creator, stock flicks, your portfolio manager, a help desk, and a private community group chat. So guys, if you're excited, let me know in the chat. We'll jump into a demo. I'll do a quick little, let's say like 3-minute demo, and then we'll start answering your questions and actually going through the software. All right, guys, are you ready? I'm gonna wait on a response here, and then we'll go and get into it right now. All right, before we jump into it, I just want to answer. Awesome. Julian says ready for it. Gathan Patel says go, let's do it. All right, let's do it. Let me remove this. I need to hide that. All right, cool. So now let me minimize this. Okay, cool. So now you can see my system here. Again, this is the back end stuff. Let me pop out this so that I can see your comments while I do it. All right, let's jump into it. All right, so I have the system right here. This is the main dashboard that you see, but we're gonna jump straight into the most important thing here, which is the analyzer. This is where the magic happens. So guys, for those who are like, okay, Austin, the trending band that you showed me, how do I get access to that? Well, that's already here and shown by default. If you want to see more of it, you can enable the SMA. You can enable the dev high and dev low, which show the dip buy ranges and stuff like that. So that can all be enabled there. But basically what this does is you type in the name of the stock and boom, it tells you, is it a buy, a sell, a hold, or a great buy? A great buy recommendation is when the stock price is within the buy range. So again, you have a buy range, you have a take profit, you have a stop loss, and you have a risk to reward. The risk to reward is how much money you can make from how much you're risking. So for instance, $1 of risk can lead to $3 of reward on this stock. If you buy the stock now or are holding the stock, you should have a stop loss around here. And then we are expecting the stock to reach 136.24. And the ideal buy range is 104 to 110. Now, for those who are saying, okay, Austin, the stock is above that buy range, what do I do? Well, when you're looking at the chart, if the chart line is green, that stock is a buy. That means the momentum is pushing higher, and it's a great stock. When it's blue, that tends to be a hold, and when it's red, that's a sell. So even though it's not in the optimal buy range, it's still a good buy. Again, ideally, if you have the chance, you want to buy it in this buy range, but if you missed it, it's still a good buy if the line is green. It also shows you related stocks. So for those who, let's say you love Amazon stock and you want to find other stocks that perform like it, well, just go in here. We're going to type in Amazon. Okay, look, we see that there. We're going to sift through. Here we go. Amazon right here. And I can find the stocks that perform just like it. So we have this stock here, this stock, this stock. These stocks are all in the same sector as Amazon and perform the same way. So if you want to see more about that stock, you just click on it and it takes you to the analyzer page for that stock. And you can also go here and chat with others about any stock you ever wanted to chat about. So this is the amazing analyzer feature that literally does 2 hours of work, saves you time. all right here, and it's amazing. If you want to add the stock to your watch list, you simply just click add to watch list, and then boom, we have it added to your watch list, so that when you come back to look at your portfolio, it's literally all done for you. So you see I now have Amazon here, and based on that, it's going to show me how much money I'm making my watch list performance. And now that these stocks are on my watch list, I'm going to receive automatic email alerts when they're buy, sells, etc. And I can also see the most popular stocks being watched right now by other users on this platform. So guys, in general, this shows you everything you ever wanted to know about a stock. But now you may be saying, okay, Austin, I don't know what stocks I like. How do I know what stocks to look up? Well, again, that's why you have the popular stocks. It shows you the most popular stocks right now on the platform. But you also have the portfolio creator here, which again, you just take a quiz and then it's going to assign you that list of stocks. And then for those wondering, okay, Austin, I'm more interested in the education. Here is your training series. Again, we have stock market demystified, risk management, stocks selection, Technical Analysis 101, predicting reversals, sector rotation, options, making money in bear market, taxes, etc. So this is the software. Now that we're on it, I'm going to read through the comments and see if we have any questions that we can break down here. So Julian asks, how does it alert? Okay, no, I said that already. Do you use your own system 100%, or do you deviate according to what may be transpiring? Whoa. Do you use your own system? If you mean that this system was invented by me, yes. The ideas came from a lot of different places. I compiled them into one. It literally took months of backtesting and research to finally get to where I am now, and I'm still constantly improving it. But yes, so say that you're in a situation where the band is above the ideal price range, but you still want to buy. How would you go about buying a stock in that instance? Very good question. So Apple is a great example of this, right? Where the stock price is currently higher than the buy range. How do you buy it? Well, the first thing I would check is to make sure that it's not above the dev high, because this typically means it's a bit of oversold, which means it's a bit too high. And then if it's green, I would buy it. But what you can do is you can come here. You can say, you can send us a message, or it's just going to tell you the same thing. Here is how do I buy a stock already going up? You can see here. And what we're going to get here is, I was hoping for a better answer. I'll work on that. But what I'm looking for right here is, what is the dip buy criteria? And this is going to outline the exact steps that you take to buy a stock that is already in an uptrend. You want to make sure it's in an uptrend. You want to see a dip happen. You want to see it slow down, and then you want to see it push back upwards while it's still above the band, and that's the perfect dip buy setup. So that would be the setup you follow. Can I find the app in the App Store? This is a website. It's not in the App Store, so it can't be accessed there. You just sign up to the website, and that is linked below on this website page already. But anyways, that is the software. We'll get into more questions later. Let's finish up this webinar, and then we'll get into some questions here. So jumping into it right here, let me pull this up. Demo time. Yeah. So here we can see some of the results. He said it's a gem and y'all are definitely going to want to use it before making an investment. I use the analyzer on stocks, and it's pretty cool. It literally does all the thinking for you, and that's so true. Thanks a bunch. The site is awesome. I love how the comments are not robot-like or a one-liner. Oh my gosh, I forgot to show y'all that, and I really need to show y'all that, because that is literally one of the coolest features that we have on the software. Let's do this. Look right here. Let me show you all this. For every stock, oh no, my face is covering. Okay. It says it gives you a description that is accurate and awesome. So for instance, this stock is in an uptrend and trends well. This stock should be a buy with a stop loss placed at this and a take profit of this, which gives you a potential gain of this. But this is the cool part. And it does this for every single stock. This stock typically reaches the profit target in 53.6 days. You know, on average, how long it will take you from when you buy that stock to make your profit. This stock takes about 53.6 days. Also, it says, according to 5 years of historical data, the stock has on average a 97.18% chance of making at least 7% once the buy alert is triggered. Guys, that is awesome. Like, it literally tells you what you should expect, your accuracy rating, and all that all in one go. And that is literally one of the coolest features ever. That is something that I've been looking for and wanting, so I made sure it was on this platform for you guys. Oops, I think I threw my face off again. Let's jump back on here. Okay, anyways, let's finish this up. So, wow, the analyzer is awesome. It's a game changer for sure. The stock analyzer is great. It almost feels like you are actually always online and taking your time to analyze the stock. I love the simplicity built into it. Most other software programs I have reviewed are overly complicated and relatively hard to use. Yes, I made it simple so that anybody can use it. Like, you can give it to your daughter and she can use it. Anyways, this software does what used to take hours and now does it in seconds and sends you alerts. So again, guys, we covered the 3 secrets. The number one reason why you aren't making money is your strategy. You don't have to hire a stock expert, and you don't actually have to become one either. So guys, it's the Impeccable Investor software. If you're okay, If you're okay, I'm talking way too much. Are you okay if I share with you what you get when you sign up? Or do you want to hear that? Please say yes in the comments. And I am not gonna say anything until I hear yes, because I don't want to push something else on you. But I just want to explain what you get when you sign up. Okay, we hear, of course, yes, sure, just signed up. So Steven's like, yeah, please tell me what I just bought. So that's awesome that you just signed up. Really glad to hear that. So what you're going to get is a stock analyzer. Again, that's what we just went through, about $5,000. Where to buy, where to take profit, where to sell, your risk to reward, and all these amazing features. Over 7,000 stocks. US only. Wow, I must have made these slides long ago, because we have international stocks. We have over 14 international markets integrated. We have BSE. We have the London Stock Exchange. We have so many markets, so you just can figure that out there. And a system that actually works. Again, 11.6% return with the trend strategy. The portfolio creator, $3,000, right? Because that's the average cost of a financial advisor. Instantly recommends the best stocks for you after a quiz, training video for you based on your risk profile, and retake the quiz as needed. And if you want to give it to a family member to take, please do. We will be doing a referral program soon where you get a free month and maybe a free year based on how many people you refer. So that's awesome. I only pick the best stocks, right? Look, as you can see here, I'm currently making money on all the stocks you suggested. Thanks, Austin. So yeah, you can expect that. Custom watch list, save your favorite stocks, see how your watch list is performing, see stop loss and buy recommendations for each stock, etc., etc., etc. Why aren't we going forward? No, we froze. Oh, yes. Okay, anyways, as I was going, oh, yeah, look, we skipped way ahead. Stock flicks, video library, real time, blah, blah, blah. Okay, custom watch list. Real time alerts and notifications. You get an alert via email. Text is coming soon. Whenever one of your stocks on your watch list changes, aka becomes a buy, becomes a hold, becomes a sell, becomes a dip buy, is about to crash, etc. And you get instant alerts on your dashboard and the site. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Watching the market 24/7 is no longer required. So this is your StockFlix video library that we went through. Short, simple, and easy to understand stock market lessons. 101 training videos that lay the framework, and you can watch with family so you can teach them what you're learning. Other awesome features, the the popular stocks, the market overview, a complete knowledge base, a 24/5 support team. Honestly, I'll probably be answering support requests over the weekend just because I like you guys. Supporting financial education in high schools. I get to donate 5% of all profits that the software generates to investing clubs in high school to promote education and financial awareness, because that's something that I wish I had, and more. Plus, coming soon, I mean, we already have this, a private community group chat, other professionals on StockFlix. I'm working with that, a top trend scoring system. You can track the top portfolios like mine, portfolios, Ray Dalio's, stock showdown comparison, where you type in 2 stocks and it gives you the breakdown of which one is better and why. And then you can also integrate with brokers. So hopefully we get to do that soon. So what you're going to get is all this: the stock analyzer, $5,000 value, portfolio creator, $3,000, custom watch list. This is just awesome. Real-time alerts. Yeah, that's needed. StockFlix video library. Honestly, should be charging $10 a month alone for that. Other awesome features, priceless. So the total value is $8,000. So who this works for: anyone that knows how to use a computer and wants to make money from the market. An investor who wants to stop guessing, know exactly where to buy the best stocks. If you enjoy reading charts but want extra validation that you're seeing things right, or anyone who wants to invest but doesn't know what stocks to buy. Guys, the hard way is trying to do it yourself and losing money, is doubting yourselves in the stocks you're picking. It's trying to trade without a solid strategy. So what you're going to get is, remember guys, all this, I don't need to do it again. If all this did was give you access to the trending band indicator, ask yourself, would it be worth it? If all it did was give you access or help you stop losing money during crashes, would it be worth it? If it helps you find the best stocks to buy for you, would it be worth it? What's 30% worth to you, right? Oops, we're going to do this again. Right? How much would you pay to get access to a passive income strategy like this? Again, I don't need to do this again and again, but let's just say, right, guys, again, the total value here that you're getting with the software is $8,000. And looking at other programs that are like mine, and I put it in quotes like, is because mine is different, mine works, mine is simple. But here are the other ones: $900 a year, $90 a month. But guys, as you already know, the software will cost more. It's going to cost $670 a year, not a month, typo, or $67 a month later in the next few months. But because you're on this training and you're getting early access and you want to sign up early with me, I'm going to give you access at a super awesome deal, which you already know, is a $297 for the yearly plan, which is saving $373 and $27 for the monthly plan. But wait, before you sign up, let me explain the difference between the yearly and the monthly. All right, so the monthly stocks, again, you get all this. You get the analyzer, portfolio creator, a custom watch list of 10 stocks, real-time email alerts, and all this great stuff. On the yearly plan, you get all this, but the custom watch list is 20 stocks. You get the 24/5 priority chat support. So I'll respond to your request first. Beta test new features before they come out. So that's really awesome. Like the text alert, stock showdown, stuff like that. Also, we're bringing on a stock screener. We're going to work with that so you can find stocks that are just buys and stuff like that. We do not have an exclusive onboarding call, but what you do get with the yearly plan, which a lot of people have been asking about, is you get access to this band on tradingview.com. So if you want to get access and have more advanced chart features, pick the yearly plan, and I'll explain that here in a second. All right, guys, so you can go enroll there right now. And if all this did was help you stop guessing and start making money, I think it would be worth it. So you have first options, which is do nothing and do not take this leap of faith, or make the small investment today compared to all the value you're getting in return and just do a shot. Yes, I will refund you if you're absolutely miserable with it, but I don't see that happening. Again, what you're going to get is all this awesome stuff. But anyways, I want to get into the reason why you're here, which is answering your questions, because I know you guys have questions. You've been having questions for me. So let's break that down right now. The first one that I want to cover, though, is tradingview.com, because I know that is a big one. And so let me go here to TradingView. So TradingView right here is a simple charting platform. Again, you can pull this up. They have a phone app. They have a website, and you can do advanced charts. As you can see here, this is the trending band. If you go to the indicator section, no, you will never find a trending band thing like mine on here. Trust me, you won't. The reason why you're seeing it here, because this is my scripts, and you can get them under invite only when you are a yearly plan. I will give you access on TradingView, which will allow you to go down to even 1 second charts if you want with the band. It will allow you to go to 1 minute to see day trading scalps and so many cool other amazing features. So if you want to use more advanced features, again, I would get the yearly plan for that. Let me answer your questions here. So the band would have to remain green in order for that to occur. Julian is asking about the dip buy. Yes, you want it to stay green to meet a dip buy criteria. Will the software work for a complete newbie like myself? Yes, the software is designed to do all the thinking and all the work for you. All you have to do is follow what it's saying. All right. Can you explain what dev high and dev low is again? It just shows you the highest resistance point and the lowest support. So when it hits the dev low or the lowest support, that's the perfect dip buy. And when it hits the top, you tend to see a stock crash. I mean, come down. So sure, just signed up. Yeah, yes. Australian market, we don't have that yet. Do you have Toronto? Let me explain that right now. So if I come here, just so I can quickly get to it. If I type in international stocks, I don't remember off the top of my head all the ones we have because we have a lot. But as you can see here, we have this exchange, the BSE, the Korean, the London Stock Exchange, the Toronto Stock Exchange, the TSX Venture Exchange, the Mexican Stock Exchange, Xterra, Euronext Brussels, Paris, Dublin, Amsterdam, and Lisbon. We do have more coming, but those are what we have right now. If you want to learn how to access them, you can watch this video when you're in the software. Can I have the software on my laptop and my smartphone simultaneously? Yes, it's easy. Again, it's just a website that you log into, so you can log into it anywhere you're at. Should I buy an overextended stock or not? Ideally, you do not want to buy an overextended stock. A great example, I believe, if I remember correctly, is NIO. If we load that stock here, overextended, it's just way too high. Look at where, so the dev high, remember, is our resistance, where it tends to get rejected at. Look how high we are. We're way above the band, so overextended, not the best stock to buy, but again, you can if you want. So if you were to look for a dip buy on a stock like HLT, how would you use the trending band to identify that? So let's use this. HLT. Okay. So what we're seeing here, right, is the stock is in a buy, right? It's within a, it's green, and we're starting to see it come down. When we see it get back above 105, then we would buy. We just want to see it. So we see it dipping, and we want to see it start to make progress back up. That's all we're doing. Again, there's more rules, and I'll make a dip buying strategy video, and I will attach it to that article. So that's coming too. But in general, it's just about that. All right, guys, let's do about 1 to 2 more minutes of questions, and then we'll call it a day. Thank you so much for joining me on this webinar. I would highly recommend you sign up. The deal that is going on, the founding member discount, is going away November 30th. So please make sure you sign up by then, or else you're basically losing money because the price is going up. Dividend stocks don't always trend. How does it work with a good dividend stock that are slow in price increases? Let me see. A good example for that, I guess, would be KO, which is Coca-Cola. So what we're looking at here is, again, you can see here how it kind of does this. But as you can see, dividend stocks do trend well. So you can find stocks that move slow that still trend well. Again, this is because of the dip that we had because of the pandemic. But what you want to consider is, are you trying to buy a stock because it offers a 2% dividend? Or do you want to buy a stock that follows the trend that is going to make you easily 10 to 20%? Like you're investing 2% for a dividend on a stock that's going down when you should be making 10% up. That's why I love stocks like Microsoft and PayPal, where the stock trends up really well. So you make like 20% from this, but you also get their dividend of about 1.5%. Could you look at SBCE? Again, this is not going to turn into something where I'm using this to look up all your stocks, because that's something you can do yourself. But SBCE here, you can see that we're kind of playing with the line and we're trying to get up higher, but it is a great buy because it is within the buy range. We do have a potential for a 31% take profit. If I buy monthly, can I change later? Yes, you can change later to the yearly plan, and you will be changing and upgrading, I believe, to the discounted yearly plan. So for instance, if you jump on the monthly at $27 a month, you can easily manage everything here from your settings. You go into your settings. Don't look at my email, just kidding. And you can just go here to yearly and click switch, and then you'll sign up at the $297 a year plan. It's not that hard. Again, if you want to cancel, you just simply click cancel, and all that stuff. It's very simple. You have control of everything, so I'm not going to keep you hostage, right? I'm not trying to do whatever. How long will I be able to upgrade to the yearly plan at the still discounted price? Unknown. I don't know. At least for 2 months. Hopefully forever, but I don't know right now. I would say at least 2 months. All right, guys, any more questions that we can answer before I tune out? Because I have a lot of questions and I really want to make sure that no errors came through the software. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with this webinar. I just want to say thank you so much for giving me about an hour of your time today. I hope it was well spent. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope that I see you inside this software. Honestly, I am still believing that it's the best stock market software on the planet. And again, I'll make it that as we continually improve. All right, guys, see you later. Thank you so much for staying tuned. You can visit this URL if you ever want to watch the replay. All right, see you guys.